Welcome you all in lecture number 30 of Abstract Algebra MTL 6051. In this lecture, we will going to discuss prime element, irreducible element, okay, and examples of prime and irreducible element, okay. So let us see what is the prime element. Let us see what is the prime element, okay. Prime element an element P belongs to R is said to be prime if P divides AB implies that P divides A and P divides B, and of course P does not equal to 0 and P is not unit, okay, not unit. So this P is known as prime element. And what is irreducible element? For irreducible element, if P equal to AB, then either A or B must be unit, okay. And of course P does not equal to 0 and P is not unit, okay, not unit, okay. Now come to some example of irreducible element and prime element. Let us see one by one. We are talking about the domain z square root of -5, okay. See, the element 3 plus square root of -5 in z square root of -5 is irreducible element, okay. See, what is the definition of irreducible? P is equal to AB. So 3 plus square root of -5 is equal to product of two elements of this domain, z square root of -5. Say a plus b square root of -5 into c plus d square root of -5. Okay. Now take the conjugate of this. 3 minus square root of -5 in equal to a minus b square root of -5 and c minus d square root of -5. Okay. Take the conjugate of this. Now multiplying them. If we multiply them, this is a square plus b square, that is 3 square 9 plus 5 14, and a square plus 5b square and c square plus 5d square. It means 14 is equal to a square plus 5b square into c square plus 5d square. Okay. So what is 14? 14 is basically product of two numbers. Yes. One is this and second one is this. So this is either equal to 1 and this one is 14. And this one is 14 and this is 1. Okay. Or this is 7 and this one is 2, or this is 2 and this one is 7. This is the total possibility. Okay. Yes. Then seek the condition case first. If a square plus 5b square equal to 1, then a plus b square root of -5 is unit. This is 1 It means a plus b square root of minus 5 is unit. Okay, yes. So this possibility is okay. And this one, c square plus 5d square equal to 1, then c plus d square root of minus 5 is unit. Yes. Okay. Then a square plus 5b square equal to 7. A square plus 5b square equal to 7. This equation has no integer solution. No integer solution. It means what? Whether the any AB in set of integer exists such that a square plus 5b square equal to 7. Okay? No. No? Similarly, whether any, so this is not possible, and similarly this is also not possible. Okay? So if 3 plus square root of minus 5 is product of this one, then either this is unit or this is unit. Okay? And of course 3 plus square root of minus 5 is not 0, and it is not unit in z square root of minus 5. So 3 square root of minus 5 is irreducible element in z square root of minus 5. Okay. Now 3 square root of minus 5 is not prime. Why not prime? See, 3 square root of minus 5, 3 plus square root of minus 5 divides 14. Yes, right? Since 3 plus square root of minus 5 divides what is 14? This is 3 plus square root of minus 5 into 3 minus square root of minus 5. Okay, this divides. Okay, but what is this? This divides this. Yes, but if we write 3 plus square root of minus 5 divides this one is 14, and if we write this 14 is equal to 2 into 7, then this implies that 3 plus square root of minus 5 does not divide 2, and 3 plus square root of minus 5 does not divide 7. Okay, this does not divide 2 and this does not divide 7. It means 3 plus square root of minus 5 is not prime. See, it is irreducible. This is irreducible in z square root of minus 5 but not prime. Okay, this is irreducible but not prime. Okay, now see, 5 is prime element of this. No, 5 is not prime element of this. Why? Since 5 divides 5. Okay, yes, it means 5 divides 2 plus I. 2 plus I is the element of zi, na? Gaussian integer, and 2 minus I. 2 divides this, but 5 does not divide 2 plus I, and 5 does not divide 2 minus I. So 5 is not prime in z square root of minus 5. Okay, this is not prime. Okay. Similarly, 2 is prime. 2 is prime in zi. Answer is no. Why? Same logic, no? 2 divides 2 implies that 2 divides 1 plus I into 1 minus I, and this implies that 2 does not divides 1 plus I, but 2 does not divides 1 minus I. Okay, so 2 is not prime. Okay, 2 is not prime. Now let us see one important result. If R is integral domain, you can see integral domain, R is integral domain. In this integral domain, every prime element every prime element is irreducible element, but converse need not be true. Okay, but converse need not be true. Okay, let us see. What is R? R is integral domain. Yes. And A belongs to R is any prime element. Is any prime element. Okay. Okay. Then we have to show that A is irreducible. So to show that A is irreducible, let A is equal to BC. A equal to BC. Okay. Since A is prime, so obviously first condition is true. A does not equal to 0 and A is not unit. Okay. Since the first condition of prime and irreducible are same, that element is not 0 and not unit. But come to the second condition of irreducibility. A equal to BC. Then this implies that A divides A. That is, A divides BC. Yes. Since A is prime, so A divides B or A divides C. Why? Since A is prime. By definition of prime. Okay. So consider case first. If A divides B, then there exists X such that B is equal to AX. What is B? B is equal to AX. Then the B is equal to, what is A? A is BC. BCX. What is A? A is equal to BC. Then this implies that B1 minus CX equal to 0. So since R is integral domain, so either B equal to 0 or 1 minus Cx equal to 0. So see, B does not equal to 0. Okay. B is not 0. Why? Since if B is 0, then A is equal to BC. So this A equal to 0, and we know that A is not 0. So B is not 0. 1 minus Cx is 0. So if 1 minus Cx is 0, then Cx equal to 1. Cx is equal to 1 means what? C is unit. Okay. That is, if A divide B, then C is unit. Okay. Okay. Similarly, if A divides C, then B is unit. Okay. If A divides C, then the similar fashion B is unit. Okay. B is unit. Right. It means if A equal to BC, then either this is unit or this is unit. Okay. And this shows that A is irreducible. A is irreducible. Okay. What about the converse? Converse part we already proved. What is the converse part? If P is prime, then P is irreducible. This we already shown you. But converse need not be true. Why? We already shown one example. 3 plus square root of 5 in z square root of minus 5 is irreducible but not prime. Is irreducible but not prime. Okay. So every prime element is irreducible. It means prime implies irreducibility. Okay. Prime element implies irreducible element, but converse need not be true. Okay. So I will stop here. In next class we will discuss about the unique factorization domain.